Hello.
Welcome to the Chai Gupshup and Relationship Season 2
Mm-hmm.
podcast. And
Mm-hmm.
Season 2, we have decided to go video because,
Yeah.
hey, you guys
Uh,
asked for it. Many of our listeners,
yeah,
some of our close friends.
my best friend actually,
Yeah,
she suggested that
yeah,
we should have a video podcast,
yeah,
and this will help us more to connect
mhm,
with you guys.
yeah,
So we are starting with a video podcast, and it's on a trial basis. Let us know what you think about it.
yes. And it's taken us only 30 minutes to do a setup, and
Well,
we are realizing
there are a lot of
that
things we have to still
lot of
learn.
things we have to learn.
Yeah.
And
So we start with our news session.
before we start the topic, you wanted to show something?
Okay. So basically, a very dear friend of ours had gifted us this cute little replica of one of her moments at Kramer Brooke.
Yeah.
And
You
what we,
can take it a bit forward. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, I think it's made of clay, though
Yeah.
not very sure,
Yeah.
but it's by this really wonderful artist called, I think her page is on Instagram, and it's called
Yeah.
By Sud.
Yeah.
So if you guys want a cute little replica
Yeah.
of your moments,
Yeah.
then you can contact her. We will also link
Yeah.
her page
Yeah.
on in the caption.
And shout out to our friend Karnika for
Kanika,
this
thank
lovely,
you.
touching gift.
Yeah, and every time I see it, it brings such a smile to my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you.
So without any delay, we have the first topic of
Mhm.
this season, and it is should girls also make the first move in asking guys out?
So basically, who is going to make the move and ask somebody out?
Yeah, I mean,
Men, women.
yeah, because I mean, this topic, I got into thinking because there was a podcast in which a woman, and she was telling that she made the first move, unlike conventionally what understood that the men have to make the first move. She said she got into a conversation in a New York subway, and then before she was seeing that the dynamic connection was going well, and then she decided that let she only ask him out, but she said she felt guilty that she had to make the first move, but she said it was great because eventually she married that guy, and she thought about the fact that what if she had not made the first move and broken this one. So I was telling this to Kaushiki, and Kaushiki had different thoughts, and she's going to argue for the side that why men should still make the first move.
Yeah. Of course, just to clarify, we are mentioning men and women as two binary genders,
Yeah.
but basically the point is who should make the first move.
Hmm.
But we are looking at a spectrum of genders, and whoever's interested in who should make the first move in a relationship. It doesn't just apply for men and women. But basically, the person who's interested, you are saying that they should make the first move, but
No, I did not say that. My thing is not just the person who's interested, but the person who has a stronger outgoing personality should make the first move. And many times it's men, many times it's women. So my idea, my thesis was not that who's more interested or who has a stronger crush has to make the move, but when you get this sense that both of you are liking each other, but there is sometimes that there is a person who has a stronger outgoing personality and has the ability to take rejections more stronger, they should make that first move regardless of the gender.
yeah, regardless of the gender, yes. But I think from a woman's perspective,
Mm.
the way I see it,
Mm.
already the field is completely rigged in the favor of men, despite the fact that there are fewer women than men, population statistics wise. And by that logic, I think women would, and that's an argument that most men give, that women have an upper hand in the dating market. But if we look at it in a very societal from a very societal perspective, it's not. Because I mean, look at our marriage advertisements, for example. The kind of matrimonial proposals that are put out there is like, oh, a girl should be like this, a girl should be like that. And men put this list of demands on or expectations, what they want their prospective partner to be. And similarly, in the dating market also, speaking to a lot of women, I realize that it's not that easy for women. Even men who probably you would not even consider in your, who you had given a chance to, but you did not even consider them to be, a prospective partner. But you thought that, okay, I'm in the dating market, let me try to reach out to them and see how it works. And then they would say that they've gone on this date, and then something, they realize that something is not working if they say no. And then the guy would reject, saying, oh yeah, your teeth are like that, your eyes are like that, you talk so fast, you talk so slow, whatever it is. They find the most absurd reasons for putting down that woman. And I feel like in that kind of a scenario where you know that men are going to be harsh with you and make you feel horrible for expressing an opinion, I think in that sense, if when a woman asks a man out, usually the man's reaction is, "Arey yaar, she has fallen for me. I will get 10 more women in the market." Their confidence skyrockets.
So if I get you right, one thing is just I say we could also little bit lean back, because it feels like we are in an allocation contest now. Like
Yeah, we're still not used to it.
speaking to the school assembly and whatnot.
Yeah, it's
So
very
let's
difficult.
lean back.
I'm
I'll
still not used to
Take
this.
the support of the sofa. But if I'm getting you right, that there are two things you just mentioned.
Yeah.
One thing is that if women do ask out first, men don't know to give rejection in a kind way. They
Yeah.
basically kind of give rejection in very hard way.
Yeah.
And
They also do not accept rejections well. That's another thing.
But that is different. We are asking about when a man,
No,
when a
it's
woman. No, don't bring it that.
It's just a side point
I'm
giving.
No, we are talking about when a woman asks a man out.
Yeah.
The man can be harsh in rejecting them. They don't know how to, the language and the tone to use this one. And the second point you are making is that if women do ask men out, they may get overconfident and cocky.
May nahi, it's will. They do get overconfident. It's not an opinion I'm saying, it's a fact.
I'm sure.
Because I've seen a lot of women who are brilliant, who are gorgeous, who are amazingly empathetic, everything. They are amazing women. And then these men who barely have the personality of a toad, they come up to them, they ask them out, they beg them to date them, and then or whatever. And then the moment they start dating, this guy goes ahead and cheats with other people.
This is a different scenario. We're talking about women asking men out.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to trace the mindset that kind of, see, the reason why I'm saying that women, I feel in this situation, should not ask men out, should not make the first move, because of these things. that because even if they give a dating opportunity to a guy and they say that, okay, yeah, maybe he doesn't have a great personality, he doesn't have this and that, but okay, I do like him still, and then they go ahead and cheat on this one. So I said, in that kind of a scenario where when you are trying to seek potential partners and you do say that you see somebody and you want to make the first move, the guy's reaction is not that ki, oh, okay, she has chosen me. It's more like, Arey, if I've got her, then I can get anybody else. That's why I feel like women shouldn't make the first move, because men already have this preconceived notion that they see women as prizes to be won rather than seeking companionship. So I feel that women, when women make the first move, it's perceived very differently by men as opposed to the other way around.
So men, even let's take the green flag men, whatever the ideal stereotype, that's also a
There is
stereotype.
no green flag man.
Yeah,
by the
so-called.
way.
So even the so-called sensitive men, if you approach and ask them out, they're going to become cocky and
Yeah, they do.
insensitive.
Yeah, they are insensitive, and even if they are interested in you initially, when you do ask them out, then they turn it on you, and then they are like, she's after me, so why should I, she's the one who's desperate. They do not see it as, okay, she's making the first move. And also remember Chandler's episode in Friends. So Chandler was desperate to, like, Chandler had met this woman, he really liked her, and he wanted to get in touch with her. And she did not return his call. So he got upset, he was sad and everything, and he just wanted to, like, cry his heart out, and all his friends were trying to console him. And then what happened? The woman comes running after a few days later, and she says, oh, there was something wrong with my phone. And back then there were no mobiles. There's something wrong with my phone. I thought that this is a cafe where you like hanging out, so I thought I might bump into you and let you know personally that my phone was not working, but we can go on a date. Immediately Chandler's reaction was like, yeah, I don't think so, I want to date her. She was so desperate to come and find me. What? And that's not something that's just in fiction, it happens in real life.
I'm getting, see, all these are, I mean, if I have to put it very sharply, all these are ways to avoid the pain and rejection which the act of dating and courtship entails necessarily. One cannot insure oneself from any pain and rejection and shitty feelings if one is soliciting courtship. That is true for men and women. Women cannot insure themselves out of the pain. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, out of the 10 times, suppose a woman does ask a man out, maybe 7 times the rejections are not done in a diplomatic way, but it's done in a terrible way. It's also true for men. If men asks a woman 10 times, not all women are going to give like very sensitive rejections.
Yeah,
some would also may use the word "तुम्हारी औकात ही क्या था" to ask me, like,
well, some men ke liye they deserve it
no,
also.
but no, but the language is not good, so it is. And also here the point being made was that sometimes at that stage of life, if the man and woman are interested in each other, the man would be battling his own journey of confidence, and at that time maybe the woman is more confident in this party. And why would you want to let go of the chance of a possibly good relationship just because of that risk? That like,
I get it, but I think women should ask men out only if they see something, if they see potential hints from them. The problem is, of course, the flip side is, I also know of women who have thought that, okay, this guy seems to be seeking me out, he's giving me a lot of signals, things are going well, and he's calling me every day, so I remember an acquaintance telling me this, where she said that this guy had found her online, not in a dating app, also just online. He came to know about her story. He reached out to her. He said that, hey, I'm going to call you every day. I'm going to check on you. This, that. They talked for long hours. Blah 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 blah. Everything went off well, and then it seemed like they were kind of in a flirtatious thing, because he would also send her kissing emojis and say that I would like to kiss you and stuff like that. So things went a little deep and intense, and she thought, okay, it seems to be working well. Then she thought, I'm going to ask him out. So she asked him out. And what did he say? No, actually not. I'm not interested in you. Why were you wasting her time? So, and actually, we kind of made the deduction later that when he contacted her, he was going through a low phase, and he wanted to see whether or not he could flirt with another woman, make himself feel good. The moment he got a new job, he was in a better position. What did he do? He turned against her, used her vulnerabilities to make himself feel better. And the moment she asked him out, he turned against her and rejected her, and it hurt her immensely. So in that kind of a scenario, tell me, I'm all for women asking men out, provided that there are enough hints. But I've also said there are also situations where there are enough hints, and yet men do the turnabout.
No, but I mean, yes, this is largely it's largely a male thing,
which is again because of patriarchy, not because men. It's something that the lesson has been handed to them. Also, it's endorsed by a lot of women at times, because we have also imbibed this thing that men should be the one to chase and to pursue women, and not the other way around. It's a patriarchal thing. And that if men feel that they are not the ones pursuing and they are being pursued, then they feel that, oh, why should I? She's desperate.
Okay, I have to gather my thoughts. The thing I was telling is that the misleading the person to make yourself feel good, largely men do it, but I have also heard of cases where women do it. When women are down, when they have been dumped, and whatever the rebounds relationship, they're not really serious. So both men do it way more, but it can also happen where a woman to make themselves feel good are doing a misleading relationship.
I agree.
So the idea is that, can you ever insure yourself against the hurt and disappointments and the shitty behavior? Not. See, in case of insuring, okay, let's say 10 out of 10 times, the 9 times whenever you do this interaction asking out this one, you will be subject to shitty behavior. And that one time you want to protect yourself from shitty behavior, and well, that might not be the person who will give you shitty behavior, and that might be the long-term relationship where it would have worked out if you had not been if you had been a bit not in this mindset that they are out to hurt me.
No, I get it. You cannot insure yourself. Men, whether it's men, women, or any other gender for that matter, you cannot insure yourself when you seek a prospective partner. But the reason I'm saying that there is an unequal power balance, unfortunately, not of their own making, but because the society has rigged the field. And I'm not saying all men have succumbed to this system and all of them have the same mindset, but most men do. Because they've been taught from the beginning that you have to pursue women, not the other way around.
And even coming back to your thing that no amount of hints are enough. ultimately that question has to be asked.
Yeah, see, now we have talked about other people. Maybe we should talk about our situation, our relationship, what had happened. I liked him. I had a crush on him.
Yeah.
And
Wait, who liked who first? It's like the chicken and egg question.
yeah, but the thing is, you kind of confessed to me that you liked me first. So
Wow.
yeah, but we didn't know each other's feelings, right? So from
Yeah.
my perspective, it seemed like I'm the one who likes him. I didn't know. He told me later that he had given me enough hints, but I didn't understand them. So
So hints are subjective.
yeah, but you were not exactly shouting from the rooftop, were you?
Neither were you. So hints are subjective.
I'll tell you what. He had told me randomly that he liked the book. I remember I got it for his birthday. And then
It's called Second Sex by Simone de Beauvoir,
yeah,
the French feminist. Yeah.
so I made sure that I get that book for him.
Hmm.
And then I used to hug him really tight and give him the hints. And every time he said, I went on Sunday walks, early morning Sunday walks. And
Friends
I
could also
hate-
do that.
No, nobody does that.
You can't. You can't. I was
hate-
also spending time with you so much. You could have got the hint.
Yeah, but then, I hate waking up early morning, but I woke up only for this guy. So anyway, so from my perspective, it seemed that, maybe this guy doesn't like me. Then something happened. He went to Bangalore. I think he had an awakening eureka moment or whatsoever. He came back and he started giving me hints. Okay. Like once he had gone off and he came back, he came cycling back all the way just to meet me. And others thought that he would seek my company constantly. And then that made me feel, wait a minute, maybe he does like me. But I was still afraid to ask him out because because I thought that, it will ruin our friendship. If I ask and he doesn't like me, it will get awkward between us. So I waited. I waited quite patiently. And then he asked me out for Valentine's Day date, and
indirectly and smoothly.
But like 2 days later, when we meet, he says he's going out with another girl. And I was stupefied.
Hey, this was a date. We were not yet in a relationship.
Whatever. The point is, I was stupefied because I thought, what just happened? He asked me out and now he's going on a date with somebody else. Well, he got flowers for her. So you tell me. You tell me in the comments. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Men tend to give contradictory hints it's difficult. So I waited again.
Yeah.
And I thought if he's not interested in me, it's fine. I won't pressure him. But I waited that just in case he has asked me out, shayad he's interested, maybe. And then finally he did. Once he said it, I immediately confessed my feelings. I did not hold back, but I waited because I did not want to make the first move and get hurt. Especially after he went on a date with somebody else.
But you had, my counter to this, you had more experience in dating than me.
Yeah, so that's not an excuse, buddy.
You could have asked me.
That's not an excuse. No.
I struggled to ask.
Yeah, and he tells me these things like, I didn't have confidence back then. I wasn't a treasure mine of confidence, okay? It's very difficult because when I was, I think, younger, I think I was in high school or something. I wanted to ask, a guy gave me enough hints that he liked me. I made the first move. I thought that since he keeps constantly trying to seek me out and he's been telling other people kind of subtly that he kind of likes me, I thought, I like him too. Why shouldn't I ask him out? So I said something and immediately his face changed and he was like, yeah, I'm not interested. What just happened? It's because I think, and also that's because his friends told him that, she's a bit of a nerd. Are you sure you want to date her and stuff like that? But that's the thing, that men that later on I came to know that perhaps I think he visited my college, he wanted to meet me or whatever. But the point is, that moment was gone because that, because he was driven by the idea that unless I pursue, it's not going to, that's not a proper proposal or proper date. Right?
I get the fact that
Yeah.
this dictum that men should be the one asking women out is based on real traumatic experiences women have had in asking out. Obviously, this dictum and rule has come about. It's not out of just some
and
thin air or a patriarchal thing, but things are changing, times are changing, and
well, we have Bumble, so that's great.
And the idea is also, now there is also an understanding that there are sensitive men who also are a quote unquote great catch and green flags, and they may struggle to make the first move. In that light, even when they are giving the hints, it makes sense for a woman who is more confident to ask, make the first move, and even maybe it turns out later that, oh, that guy was shitty after all. I mean, but still, at least there is no regret that you have asked.
Yeah, I mean, ladies, if you want to ask somebody out, do ask them out. But I'm only giving a particular clause.
No,
I'm
this
only
knowledge
adding.
is good. Like,
Please be careful. Firstly, see if the guy is sensitive enough and is not going to take your proposal in a negative sense that, oh, yeah, ये तो मेरे पीछे पड़ी है, or she's desperate to get me. Don't fall. So do look out for those hints that is he a guy who's sensitive and mature enough to, if he's not interested, he'll say no simply and not brag about it. Because men tend to also brag about the fact, oh, she asked me, but I said no to her and stuff like that. Secondly, also see if there are enough hints whether the guy likes you or whether it's just a guy trying to be friendly without any intention, any romantic intention. So I'm just adding these little riders to this.
So you're saying women can ask out men, but precautions. Take
Precautions. And
take your precautions.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So we agree.
Yeah. That's great.
That's great. So there we wrap up our first episode of the season.
Season 2.
Yeah.
And we would like to hear your comments on the video version. Yes. Do you prefer us on camera or behind the camera?
Yes, and let your thoughts on whether women should make the first move,
or men should ask women out as traditionally it has been. So yeah.
So have a nice week ahead.
Have a nice week ahead, and we will see you soon. Well, there's Hugsy to say
our
bye.
Consultant, our love consultant. So
like Joey's friend Hugsy. So we have Hugsy.
He's Hugsy 3, by the way.
He's Hugsy 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So see you guys.
Bye.